Emily, and today I'm going to tell you the parable of the workers in the vineyard. In ancient times, there were two classes, the very rich and the very poor. The very rich owned a lot of land, and they sometimes needed people to work that land. So the poor would stand around in the town square and wait for landowners to come along and hire them. One day, a wealthy man came along at daybreak to hire some workers. He offered them the regular daily wage, 1 denarius. He went back again at 9 a.m., and again at noon, and again at 3, and finally at 5. Each time hiring new workers and offering to pay them what was fair. At the end of the day, about 6 p.m., the landowner gathered his workers together to pay them. He started with those who had been hired last and gave each one a denarius. And then he went to those who had been hired at 3. And those who had been hired at noon. Those who had been hired at 9. And finally those who had been hired at dawn. But some workers, those who had been hired earlier in the day, began to grumble. I worked all day in the sweltering heat, and he only worked an hour. How unfair. But the landowner said to them, I've paid you what we agreed upon. Can I not do what I please with what belongs to me? In this parable, Jesus is telling us something very important. Salvation is a gift from God, and it is His alone to give. And we should never look at another person and say that person doesn't deserve God's grace because he does this or she doesn't do that. God loves all of us in spite of our many imperfections. Is His salvation not His to do with as He pleases? And that is the parable of the workers in the vineyard. Are there any questions?